huge amount of time, and some guys have to get back to out of London. So before more ado, we're going to go through firstly my website details. Right, my man Ryan there with the camera is going to hand on a bit of paper. Anyone who'd like to add to give us their email, we add it to our mailing list. We're not a site with basically, we don't provide anything which you can buy at the moment. It will simply be a notification when we make new fashion videos. That will be through the website called Fashion Game TV. That's what we're doing now. It's www.fashiongametv. That's currently just a fashion blog which I run, he films. However, our next project, which is launching in about a month, is the one called Make Me That Guy. That's going to be fashion, dating advice, fitness, and just general lifestyle tips. Everything from the best place to take a girl on a date, to the best place to go for a walk in London, right through to the best holiday locations, to hotels, to fitness tips, to how to get like horribly shredded in the gym, to the best protein shake, to everything. It's a lifestyle magazine which guys, we like to think we're guys like that, guys who are successful in those areas of their life. It's what was the tips we keep and hold as secrets, basically, fashion, fitness, lifestyle. So Ryan's going to add his main list.
Also, anyone who subscribes gets like a 1 hour video we did.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right. I was going to mention that. We've done a free package on the 5 biggest do's and don'ts. What is it on for dating? Men's fashion in general. Always aimed at in the world of dating. The 5 biggest do's and don'ts. It's filmed with me and Alex, and you as well. It's just a fun video, and you get that free if you sign up to the mailing list. That's a paid-for product, we send that free with it. As I said, right now we don't sell nothing, we don't even run workshops, we don't do anything. Anybody who'd like to see me one-on-one, right, can ring me. Right, so I do one-on-one sessions as a personal shopper, as a stylist, right? Anyone who'd like to consider that, I've had a huge amount of clients for the last 10 years, and if you'd like to get involved, let me know. My number, so how should I do this? With a whiteboard we could write down everything. So Ryan's going to take emails on his phone. My telephone number, if anybody would like to ask about future sessions, is 078 9. I see everyone flying for their pockets, so when everyone's ready, 078 999 14282. So I'll go over that again. That's my number, 078 999 14282. As I said, the website you should be looking at now is called fashiongame.tv. However, if you give Ryan your details, you're going to be added to the mailing list anyway, and you'll get the free product. But if not, check out that. That's my number, right? If anybody wants to ring and ask me, there's not going to be a huge amount of time for questions, I have a feeling, because I've got to get home tonight and we're already running out of time. I'm sure next time. Alright, so anyway, so it's not going to be a huge amount of time. Anyone who wants to ask me any questions, you're welcome to send me a text or give me a call. Go on, mate.
I was going to ask you actually, you haven't talked much about colour.
About colour, right? We don't even need to. I'll go into that in a minute. We're going to keep the colours low key. The more colour, the more patterns you put in, the more likely you are to fuck up. Really. So I like to keep it nice and low key. The men's fashion doesn't need to be too bright, you know. But anyway, I'll go into that in a minute. I'll give you a style guide in a minute of brands and stuff. So anyway, if anyone would like to ring me and ask me any questions they don't get to ask me tonight, feel free to shoot me a text or give me a call. Right. A lot of guys might be embarrassed to ask me a question right now in front of the whole group as well. Feel free to ring me. Right. This is a free event, and to ring me is for free as well. Yeah, so if you want to inquire, you're totally welcome to do that. Furthermore, if you've got a longer question or you'd like to inquire about my service and how I help people and how my sessions work as a personal shopper, you can either call me or you can email me. My personal email, right, it's probably the best way to hit me up at the moment, is owpearce@yahoo.co.uk. So that's, my name is Oliver William Pearce, so that's why it's owpearce@yahoo.co.uk. So owpearce@yahoo.co.uk. www.pearce.co.uk. And as I said, guys, we're all family now. You know, it's been emotional. Right, so anyone who's got any questions whatsoever, shoot me over them. Yeah, if you're going to leave me an essay and start taking the piss, I'm going to tell you that. I'm not going to answer it. So don't worry about pissing me off. It's impossible to do so. Anything you want to ask, email me, give me a call. And be sure, give him your email, because you're going to get a free package other people have been paying for the last 2 years. 5 do's and don'ts for men's fashion. You'll also be added to our mailing list. And literally all that means is we send you a notification of new videos. And that's going to be mainly on fashion and fitness and dating. Go on.
We went through bad shoe types. What about good shoe types?
Don't worry,
we're
doing a whole list right now on where to get stuff, okay? So, did everyone get the contact details? Keep handing around the phone and keep adding yourself to this mailing list. It's very difficult to be on. So, we're now going to give you a list of brands, bottom up. Okay, so, good shoe types. Okay, I am wearing Timberland boots. Do you like Timbs? These are actually Caterpillars, but they're a copy of Timberlands. Timberland boots, a good boot. Gives you a nice bit of height as well. For the guys who are worried about being taller, there's actually no motivation for me wearing that to be taller. I'm already fairly tall, but it will make you taller, right? Timberlands. The second is, have you just taken them? No. Are these 2 pairs of shoes, right? So remember my mate Matthew? These are pointed laced loafers. We bought a pair which are really old and fucked up on purpose. I don't really want to touch them, they're Alex's, they're quite rank. But they're cool, right? If you wear them, and one of our makeover guys is going to wear them. So pointy, laced up loafers. Again, another pair of old fuck shoes. Pointed brogues. This is a brogue. That is simply the pattern, right? Brogues, especially light brown brogues. Timberland boots. Ryan was wearing Vans. If you want a casual shoe, that is the most obvious and classic casual shoe. Go on, man.
Do you think that what about like shiny shoes and that?
Do you know what? For you, we're going to chat a little bit more because you've got particular requirements in a way. You've got a very strong idea of what you want, and you've got this slightly sort of urban element running through, right? And I can show you how to keep that hip hop and a slightly streetwear look going without looking like, you know,
Too prim and proper.
Yeah, without looking too prim and proper and without looking too ghetto. You want to look like a rapper who's made it off the block. Yeah? That makes sense. Yeah, right, that makes sense, right? So we want to make it look swagger and not hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll chat a little bit more, me and you, mate. Shoes, right? So this, I have to say, these are brown brogues. Right, Ryan. Oh, you haven't got your brown brogues on?
No.
Come up here and show the Vans anyway. So if you want a casual shoe, Vans plimsolls. Vans. Plain black Vans. They work with skinny jeans, they work with anything. You can also get in a club with them, and they're cheap. Vans. And Primark do an imitation of a van for £8. Those will retail at about 35 to 50 in any shoe shop, literally any. Brown brogues, the easiest and most current trendy men's shoe is a brown brogue. That simply means a rounded or slightly pointed like this loafer with that pattern. These are brogues. So, this pointy loafer also has a brogue on it, but really that's a pointy loafer. Alright? I'm wearing Timberlands. Ryan had the nice casual shoe there. Other examples, I like your Chelsea boots, mate. Come up there and let's have a look at them. Our well-dressed Irishman at the back there. So, these, right?
Should I take them off?
Just pull the trousers so you can see how high they are. These are called Chelsea boots, and they can go up even higher as well, and I actually really love them. And they're really, really fashionable right now. So he's had them for a while, but right now they've been coming to sort of a culmination in how cool they are, and right now they're very in. So if you like them, go cop that, because they're cool. Alright, very cool, they're very in Chelsea boots. So here we have lots of examples of good shoes. And in fact, somebody I was saying had a schoolboy boot. It was our guy from Azerbaijan, is it?
Yeah.
How do I remember that? Alright, come on. I could say Tajikistan for some reason.
No way.
God, I'm just so geographically correct. Alright, so then they're near, aren't they, yeah?
Barely.
Not really, you idiot. Not really, you fashion mug. Alright, so, do you see what I'm saying? Right, so these boots are pretty cool as well. These are like, you know, schoolboy boots. any of the boots we've seen, the Chelsea boots, the Vans, they're all going to work, right? My favourites would be to go for something like them at the moment, and we're going to use them in a look in a minute.
Like what?
These are, sorry for guys who can't see them. The brown brogues are probably the easiest, and they look really good. There's so many combinations at the moment, and we're going to use them in a minute, right? These have been going the longest as well. But then again, these are really nice for sort of a smart casual thing. You go in a club in these, they're super comfortable, they last forever, and they give you a bit of extra height. So all these are good shoes, really. But certain looks are going to be easiest. These, really. Right? These are probably the hardest to mix. I'm just going to keep going around in circles, talk about the same shoes. So these are examples. Go on, mate.
Where can you get the brown?
Okay, so you can get any of these shoes in Office.
Okay.
High street shoe shop, right? If you want to get a really nice pair of brogues, right, then you could graduate to Ted Baker. Do really nice pointed shoes, brown brogues, or Chelsea boots. Ted Baker. That is a designer label, but you're not going to be paying like Versace prices, right? But you are going to be paying a little bit. A pair of Chelsea boots would be about 160 quid. A pair of those shoes there will be about 120, and a pair of these will be about 130, I'd imagine, at Ted Baker. That's quite expensive, right? You could go to Office and probably get these for about 80, these for about 60, right? And you know what? There are lots of brands, so it's really don't look so much at just the shoe. Everyone's going to have their own version, and they're going to differ accordingly. A client of mine the other day, he bought a pair of Balenciaga Chelsea boots. I don't know if you've heard of what Balenciaga is, but it's a very high-end French brand for £650. He's an idiot. He's a rich idiot, yeah, so he's done something right. But, you know, I wouldn't recommend spending that much money, but he really loved them, and he got a super pair of boots, but they were 600 quid, which is just nuts. You can get a nice pair for 80 quid. Office is probably a good place to start, right? For any shoes, you're going to get an Office, and you're going to get Timberland boots like this, and you're going to get Vans like Ryan's, all in Office. If you want to go slightly up higher market, because, you know, again, the more high market you can afford, go for it. Not because you want branding, but because nice things look nice, and they last for longer, and they fit better, and quality shows. You know, the saying like, oh, he looks like he's wearing a cheap suit, you know, or he's a cheap suit. It's true, if you're wearing a cheap suit, it's obvious, you know, it might look good for a month or so, but then it's going to look cheap because it's made cheap. So the shoes are going to say the same thing. So Ted Baker's quite a nice high-end brand. And then again, Office is a multi-boutique, and you can spend what you want there. So Office for shoes. So we had Timberland boots, we had brown brogues or black brogues, in fact. They work as well. So mate, what's your name again?
Sailor.
Sailor, come up here, bro. So, he's got black brogues. They're actually very in as well. And with the right look, they look cool. So you see, they're the same shoe basically, both got the same pattern. The brogue is simply this kind of little M on the front of the toe. So brown brogues will work as well. You're going to get something like either of these in Office. So that's a nice smart shoe, right? There are other examples of smart shoes. I'm not going to go for every shoe in the world. It needs to be pointless. Yeah, go on, man.
Sorry to interrupt. What's your opinion on monk straps and derbies?
Both nice shoes.
More formal.
And also, from the point today, these are the ones which are going to be the most obviously adaptable to other situations, and they're going to be a lower budget. So stuff like that, yeah, they're a good shoe, but we're going to go for the ones which are going to be most helpful for the maximum amount of people.
Okay.
Last time I mentioned them. Desert boots, you're wearing desert boots, right? Even though I had to go at your look, a nice desert boot is cool as well. But I'm not going to keep mentioning stuff which is kind of tough for the masses. So you can sit down again, bro. So that was shoes. So, alright, so now we're going to keep going up, right? So we had smart shoes, casual shoes, jeans, right? Skinny jeans, okay? The best place for skinny jeans is probably Urban Outfitters, right? Urban Outfitters is probably a brand which is going to be too young for mature guys, for guys in their late 30s and above, right? But Urban Outfitters, can everyone stop talking? Urban Outfitters is really, really good for skinny jeans. They've got loads of different brands, all kinds, and you can go and take 5 or 6 to the changing room, and you can try on a skinny or a straight leg jean. And if you go in and one of them's like, oh Jesus Christ, that's like I've just sprayed it on, then you can try another one and another one. Right? And you know what? The same scenario at Topshop, except again, I like to tell my guys, especially the guys who are kind of my age, early to mid 30s and beyond, to stay off the high street, because the high street shows, and the high street's a killer for, you know, if you're wearing all top man, you're just not a top man, basically. Is the only way I can describe that. Yeah. So Urban Outfitters, really good. They have a nice variation of different brands. You can take a load into changing rooms, try the ones which you like most, and you'll get them for a fairly cheap price there as well. They'll only be about £20 more than Topshop or something like that. So Urban Outfitters for jeans, and that's for guys of any age, because the jeans is all about finding the right cut, the brand is important. T-shirts, alright, so I'm wearing a fitted t-shirt today, and I've got a couple more. The best place to get fitted t-shirts, and by the way, one of our easiest looks is simply to whack on this on top of that. Right, it's just, so I've got jewellery to show as well, accessories, but such an easy look. Put on a waistcoat, especially if you've been hitting gym, but even if you haven't been hitting the gym, it makes it a bit smarter. Or put on, what blazer have I got? What blazer was I wearing earlier? It's there, right? So, or you just simply put a blazer on top of a t-shirt, wear the skinny jeans, and wear one of the shoes I talked about. So pull the sleeves up always, show off the jewellery, a bit more skinny, a bit more masculine. That's a bit, and then a nice fitted V-neck, and you can mess around with a pocket square in the pocket there, right? So really cool. I don't have to have the tartan one. I could whack in that. It's a bit safer. You might not find tartan. Just to go with the colour of my shirt. And that's going to be cool, right? And if I want to push it a little bit, I can have a little accessory on. We will come to accessories in a minute because you can go very wrong. I've got a few examples here, and Ryan's wearing one as well. But so we just have a small accessory like that, and I've got a very cool look. And any of the shoes of that would work. Thus, we're going to t-shirts before we go into blazers. So t-shirts. You see why a good fitted t-shirt is helpful, Goma?
I was going to ask you, do you have any preference for jackets? There's so many different styles, isn't there?
We will,
patches on the
all in
elbows.
good time, my friend, all in good time, right? We're going to do t-shirts, then we'll go on to what we wear on top, yeah? So, t-shirts, the best brand, again, I'm going to have a go at the high street, River Island, Top Man. You buy t-shirts from there, they shrink, right? You're going to wear it once or twice, put it in the wash, and it's going to shrink, and it's going to just get out of shape, it's going to look shit. This t-shirt is from American Apparel, so write that down, American Apparel. They're a little bit more expensive. You're going to pay about 6 to 8 quid for a fitted t-shirt at Topman, whereas you're going to pay more like 13 quid at American Apparel. This will last literally for 3 or 4 years. This is probably 2 years old now, this t-shirt. You'll get a lot of wear out of it, and it fits. It shrinks back to size every time. So I'm wearing a medium from that brand, and this is a good quality V-neck, and it will last. And every time I put it on, it's going to look smart. And good t-shirts do a lot, especially if you're hitting the gym. Or you want to show off the physique a little bit. And you don't need to be like me, like just totally like in the gym the whole time. Anybody who's like, you know, wants to show off their physique a little bit. And again, like you were saying, but I'm skinny, right? Actually, a skinny guy in a nice fitted t-shirt will look good as well. Thin is in. So remember what I said, fitted cut things. Go on, man.
For a t-shirt, what sort of colours did you choose?
Alright, so the darker your skin, white's always going to look very good. Yeah? If you've got a bit of a tan going on, if you're Asian, right, and darker skin tones, white is good because that brings out a tan. If you're pale, white is the worst, pastel colours, so avoid like light yellows, pastel pinks, avoid pink and yellow, whatever, yeah? Right, but light yellow, light pink, light blue is always going to be worse with a pale skin tone. So then you want to wear darker colours. You don't want to wear too blacks and there's too much distinction. Really, only worry about colour if you've got really pale skin or if you're overweight. Yes, you're going to have to be realistic with yourself. If you're overweight, stay away from white, and if you're too pale, stay away from any pastel colour. Okay, so that's the only real rules you need to stick to as a man with colour. And in general, don't chuck too much colour at it. You don't want too many patterns. You know, you're much more likely to mess up and look with too much colour rather than make it work. Go on.
One more. Does it have to be V-neck? Can it be round neck?
It can be round neck. For everybody who's wearing that hair coming out, is that what you're worrying about?
No, not at all.
Men have hair anyway. Some of our hairier dudes out there, yeah. Man, like some of my clients have like fucking afros coming out. And then I don't let them wear V-necks, right? But literally, if it's just a little bit of hair, you're a man, you're meant to have hair. Never wax it, because if you do wax, it's just going to get worse and worse. You're going to get ingrowing hair, and it's going to get thicker and thicker, and you're going to have to deal with that one day, yeah. Alright, don't wax it. if it's really sticking out, you're like getting wisps coming down here, you know, you find someone plaiting it for you, yeah? Right.
Maybe go around there.
Yeah, right, but until you're at that stage, dude, you know, it's not really going to matter. Men have hair and it's masculine. And I'm not sure if it's a myth or not, but I think a lot of ladies actually find their chest hair sexy, so don't worry about that. V-necks, American Apparel, which brings us to our other t-shirt, right? This, my friends, is called a scoop neck. Right, and I've got a vest on, so I'm just going to take this off and put the scoop neck on to show you lot how that one looks. And the scoop neck is by All Saints, which is a brand we're going to keep coming back to as well. And this is one of the other best t-shirts, right? Fitted t-shirt which will look good, smart or casual, and will always show anyone's physique in a good light. As long as you get the colour right, if you've been working out or if you haven't been working out, this is going to make you look like a beast. So you don't want to have the white t-shirt underneath. This is called scoop neck. Like with the last one, always roll the sleeves up a little bit, yeah? But do it very thin. You see where the lining ends? I'm just going to do it very thin. I'm going to turn it up a couple of times like that. And then it sits above my triceps and just makes my arms look a lot bigger. And that's cool as well. It's rock and roll and it's cool when it's in. So that's going to look great as well, the scoop neck, right? And that's from All Saints, right? So scoop neck at All Saints. These are the two t-shirts which I would say are the best fitted t-shirts available, right? V-neck American Apparel or round neck American Apparel, scoop neck All Saints. Full stop. That's the only advice I'm going to give on fitted t-shirts. So on top of that, right, the other important thing was blazers. Alright, blazers is very similar to shoes, right? You can go to somewhere a bit cheaper and get yourself a nice blazer. In fact, you can get a really nice blazer in Topman or River Island. It's going to fall apart a lot quicker, and there's going to be slight things, the texture of the material, a slight shape of it sometimes, which is going to be a giveaway to certain people. So a guy like myself, I'm going to be able to tell if your blazer's cheap or if it's expensive. As are a lot of girls, if they're observant and they're really into fashion. You're going to take that risk if you want to wear a cheap blazer. In that sense, you could go to, say, the bottom of the bottom Primark. Right? It's not even that bad. There are some really cool stuff at Primark. You can go above that and go to somewhere like Burton. You can go above that and go to River Island. You can go above that and go to Topman. But we cap all those shitty English ones and just go straight to Zara. That's the lesser of all those evils. So we start with Zara. If you're younger and really broke, try River Island or Topman. But Zara is a nice bet for a blazer. And this is a blazer. Right? There's one minute, mate. There's no difference, but there is a big difference between a suit jacket and a blazer. Right? The worst thing is when you just whack on your suit jacket from work and wear it jeans. You just look like you've been like nicking your dad's wardrobe when you were a kid. You know, you like walk around this big ass thing. Blazers are meant to be social, so blazers will be much more fitted here. It's going to have a bit more padding on the shoulders, and it's not going to come right down below your arse. It's probably going to hover around your belt line. So that's a blazer. Right? Zara is a nice start. As I said, if you really want to look a bit lower down, look in River Island, Topman. Again, above that, blazers which we're going to come on to are tweed blazers, and we're going to do a look with this kind of blazer here, right? This is called tweed, and this is really nice. And tweed blazers, you're going to find again at places like Zara, blazers in tweed. If you're a mature guy here and you want to get yourself some nice clothes, again, Ted Baker does some very nice blazers in this kind of style. So I'll put this one on, and that's really funky, it's really trendy, and that's going to work fantastically with a t-shirt or with other looks which we're going to do later. That's a tweed blazer, Ted Baker. So the more formal looking one with the normal material, try something like Zara. And the brand is Reiss, R-E-I-S-S. And again, All Saints, pretty much anything in the shop is pretty good. Right? And if you've got loads of money, you could try the Kooples, K-O-O-P-L-E-S. But that's really expensive. So that's some ideas on blazers for you guys. So that's jeans, shoes, blazers and t-shirts, yeah? Alright, let's have a little think about a few other things before I do the quiz making. Go on, man.
Do you wear shirts?
Yeah, I wear shirts. We'll go on. Shirts is going to be more about style, so we're going to do the makeover. A shirt, there's going to be shirts from nice small brands. The fit is everything. I keep the colours low key and go for small details. Alright? And a nice shirt. A nice shirt you can get from pretty much anywhere. In general, I hate to say it, the more expensive the brand, the nicer the shirt, because they're just going to be out of better quality fitted material. I've got a really nice plain white shirt. In fact, I might whack it on now before I even do these makeovers. This, guys, is a Ted Baker shirt, so I'll put this on. And in fact, you know what? I've got two shirts to show you the difference between a rubbish shirt and a good one. So, as far as shirts are concerned, go for as fitted as possible, and again, try to go to slightly more expensive brands, and always go for slim cut. There will be slim cut and normal cut in every shop, right? Go for the slim cut. If you're a guy who's holding a bit of extra weight and you're worried about it making you look tubby, then just simply go a size bigger, but get that slim cut on your arms and your shoulders, because it's going to make you look more masculine, whatever. Even if you're overweight or underweight, always go for fitted garments. So that's not what I want. This is a shirt from Ted Baker, a really fitted shirt, and it's got this nice little red touch here. So let's try this one on. So again, mate, Ted Baker, very good for fitted shirts. Actually, it's my shirts, fitted shirts. Ted Baker, Reese, COS is another nice brand. COS, you can check all them out. So that, guys, is a very nice fitted shirt there. This one was from Ted Baker. So if you want a nice white shirt, go to Ted Baker. It's out there right now.
Is there a pattern on that?
It's got a very, very, very faint line, and it's got these details of these red dots here and here. Right, for me, that's as much detail as I even want on my shirt. The rest is the cut, you know, and it's the stuff I'm going to do with the rest of my physique and my body and my jacket, whatever I'm going to wear with it. I don't want huge amounts of pattern. I definitely don't want little patterns like on your one, because you've got that fit really nice, but that, it just sacrifices it. You're not going to see James Bond with like a flash of lightning or loads of weird numbers there, are you? You know, he's just going to walk up in his tux and just, you know, just be him. He doesn't need to advertise, he doesn't need little cheap gimmicks. For me, that's as much of a gimmick as I'm going to go for in anything. No branding, no numbers, no nothing. Right? There's one kind of style I'm going to look at when I'm going to go for imagery. It's not going to be about anything. Right? So that's that shirt, right? That's very nice. And again, if we show you another look, guys. So the waistcoat idea. This waistcoat is actually Alex's who left, right? It's from the Kooples, Kooples. This is a majorly expensive but super cool brand. If you've got a bit of money to chuck at clothes, go to the Kooples. But it's real expensive, right? So
How much is the waistcoat?
I'd imagine this is about, I hate to say it, 300 quid or something. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's really nice though. If you're like really rich, right? Which Alex isn't, so I don't know why he has this, right? But so just like that. Alright, I've got the nice shirt, the collar coming over. I don't need two watches, let's take one of them off. Alright, so just like that, simply. The shirt open like that is very cool indeed. Probably could take the hat off of this one. So just like that. Go on, man.
Just a quick question, which is, I know you said don't use your blazers from your suits because it's too obvious.
Yeah.
But what if you use a waistcoat from your suit? Is that okay?
It'll depend on the actual waistcoat. It's going to be a lot easier. Yeah, if it's not obviously a work waistcoat, which I think you're going to kind of tell the difference between as well, then yeah. This obviously isn't. It's got these sort of brass buttons here. It's quite clearly for a social garment. You're going to have to, I can't tell, you know, every exact garment, I have to see them. But be aware, if it looks suity, or if it looks like it should be a work thing, then it is.
Well, it's from a three-piece suit, that's why I asked.
Do you know what, mate? Take a picture and send me it. You're welcome to, you know? If I reply with, like, a picture of my hand like that, right? You know, I'll reply and I'll let you know exactly what I think. So just to show this is the same tie as I put on. We've got one in red and one in blue. So I put it on Gerard, I think it was earlier. Oh yeah, I've missed the button here. Super stylist. So this is a cool look again. So we can put the skinny tie in. Like that, let's just skip a few buttons. Tuck that in. And then I can put on top this if I wanted to as well. And instantly, I totally agree, I've got quite a dapper look again, right? So again, I've gone straight from into this one. You just look like you've made a lot of effort and it looks cool. So you can try the waistcoat. And there's not much colour going on here. We've got a blue blazer, dark blue waistcoat, and a red tie and a white shirt. We've got the trousers blue. I can wear any of these shoes with this look. Cool. So that'll work again. Stripping it back down, we could have the blazer without the waistcoat. That again is cool, right? And if I was to wear the sunnies again, so that's a cool look like that. You know, like some international pilot badass. Right? So, no, I say it myself. Alright, so glasses on the head, got long hair, always nice to pull your hair back. So that's another style you can try, the waistcoat and the blazer. So waistcoat and blazer with t-shirt, waistcoat and blazer with tie, waistcoat and blazer without the tie. It's all going to work nicely. Again, man, it just goes on and on and on what you can do with the small combos. So we could totally lose the tie, because I almost think there's a lot of information going on already, and think, you know what, I like that look, got a bit of red there, so why not whack that in here? And then just have that small thing sticking out there or something. There's a lot of ideas you can do. You don't need to have to tell it's going to be a way you can change it. Or again, you could whack in, say we've got this scarf with it. Have something like that going on, right? Scarves, how do you tie a scarf, right? There's a little word we invented for it, let's say Taliban-esque. So you want a bit like that, yeah? There we go, you know, sort of hanging down, yeah? That's how you can do the scarf, right? So these are all ideas we can all try, yeah? So where was I? Lists of brands, ideas. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier, yeah? Actually, let's do now. Everyone's got my details. I think those are the basics on branding. Shirts are the toughest because shirts can be good from everywhere, just make sure they're fitted. And in general, look at the more higher end brands. Go on, mate.
Where would you get scarves?
Scarves, you have to look around, right? There's a difference between a scarf and a sash. So, one like this is just like a sash kind of thing. It's not really going to keep you particularly warm. It's like in the middle of fashion and not. This is in the middle of a scarf. The one I was wearing is literally just a sash. It's not really to keep you warm. You get this from anywhere. I think this one was from like Topman or somewhere, you know. This, who gives a fuck where it's from? No one can tell where that's from. It's just a rag, really, yeah. So you get that from Topman, knock yourself out, mate, you know. But if you're looking for like a nicer scarf like the one I was wearing originally, then you want to go to a more high-end brand. And then again, you're looking for designer labels. Although you might find one cheaper or something which gets away with it in a high street shop. It's harder on small things like that. Accessories actually are real hard. You don't want to buy accessories really from places like Topman, because what will happen is you'll be out and you'll be on the bus and you'll look next to you and it'll be like some 13-year-old with the same bracelet as you. It's happened to me. You know, it's just not cool, it's just mass produced, and jewellery should be quite individual as well. So I'll show you what I've got on now. I've worn a few. Right. If you look on our website Fashion Game, there's a whole big video, a very popular video about accessories and how you make your own accessories, right? But these are a surefire cool one at the moment. These little coins. So if you see something along these lines, what you really want has something which doesn't look like it's trying to be real metal, real silver, sorry, right? Because the worst thing is stuff which is pretending that it's real when it's not. Jewellery is jewellery, accessories are accessories. I think we get it off, right? An accessory isn't trying to be real precious metal. You know, it's just trying to be cool and look funky and look a bit pleasing to the eye. So you've got these two things here, right? There's a coin on both of them, basically. Right? If you see something like that from the high street, buy it, but be aware, you know, there might be a lot of people here. Check out markets like Spitalfield Market, Camden Market, etc. On top of that, watches, right? If you're going to wear a watch, wear a nice watch. Yeah, don't wear a Casio or something really shit. It just looks shit and it's just really sort of, again, totally unaware of yourself. If your watch is totally cheap, dude, you're advertising that. Your arm is out. It's part of your life. Go on, man.
What do you think about old school Casio digital watch?
About what?
Old school Casio watch, digital.
Old school Casio.
Retro,
yeah, I know you mean old school. Yeah, if your look is perfectly on point, so I can look at that watch and know you're wearing it because you know about the fact that old school Casios are cool, which they are, right? But if I have any sense that you might just be wearing an old school Casio because you're an old school pikey, then it's just going to be like, dude, you just lost me big time. So again, I'd rather you went with no watch at all than took that risk, because you know you've got to have it on point to pull that off, really.
What about the rings?
Rings, right? Wear real silver rings. Yeah. Again, silver is silver, metal is metal. These are both real silver, and I can tell. If you want to wear a metallic ring, don't wear shiny stainless metal. Wear one which looks old and fucked. If you look at these, right, you can hand these around, right? Have a look at these two. And Ryan, let's get that other one as well. All the metal looks like just old and rusted. It looks like it's like all saint style. There's another one here. It doesn't have to be a cross on it. It can be whatever you want. It could be an S. Say your name was Sam. It could be an S. It could be a little arrow on there. It could be whatever. Just some little kind of trinket on old faded metal. Yeah. That's the kind of accessory you want. Faded metal, a trinket on top of it. Yeah. And again, you want it to come to at least here, maybe here. Not too tight to the neck. There's nothing gayer looking than a choker on a dude. Right? In general, it has to look like it has some character, like you might have been travelling on a beach and you robbed a hippie or something, I don't know. So it looks like it has some character and it has a story for yourself, even though you bought him at Ryland, is the main point. And never go for stainless metal rings. The stainless ones like ones which are smooth and maybe have like an etching in a different colour in the metal. Go for silver or for something which is so clearly not trying to be of any expense that it looks a bit hippie-ish. And don't wear beads. Okay, go on.
What if that stainless shiny ring has a story to it?
What's the story? I went to Love Island and bought a ring.
No.
Yeah, go on, tell me. He's my friend in there, go on, man. Yeah, you know what, yeah, but like, there are other stories which you're going to develop throughout your life which are going to be a lot better than some shitty stainless ring. Unless you like, cut that off the finger of a dragon or it passed you in a French kiss of Obama, then you know what I mean, like, just think of another story, bro, and restart the whole journey.
I've got to go.
Alright, so do you want to do it quickly?
Yeah, do it.
Alright, let's quickly dress you, bro. What are we going to give you? So, goes to the back, let's put on that next to me, and then come back up and do the rest. No one wants to see you titch out.
Yeah, no, yeah, that would be a bit weird, wouldn't
So
it?
he's going to do a quick makeover.
Jesus.
Have a look at those little trinkets, boys. If there's anything along those lines can be nice. Old faded metal with something on the end. It's basically it's a nice accessories video on our website Fashion Game. So
Ollie,
he's going to do, yeah, go on.
What about earrings?
Earrings, if you haven't, I've got two, I've had them forever. If you haven't got them by now, don't get them. Yeah, right. If you've had them for a long time, you have them, they're part of you. Don't go and get your earrings pierced in like, yeah.